3, 2.
What's up, people? This is your girl Venus from Low End Theories. What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? This Sam. How y'all? Hope y'all week was going good. Hope y'all week been great. What about you, V? How you been?
Man, it's been good. It's been busy. Kids back in school. Baby almost back in somewhere. He needs to go somewhere.
Damn,
I'm getting
we
him up
thinking
out the
about
house
back this.
too.
Damn, okay. It's cold outside, boy. You pick a hell of a time to do it.
But yeah,
No,
everything
shit.
is going super well. We just did our domestic violence special last week. So if
Yeah,
you didn't get a chance, take a check out on that on YouTube and all major streaming platforms.
yeah. It was definitely informative. If anything, I know it was kind of hard to do when anytime somebody shares personal stories of tragedy like that, and you know the reminisce or when it comes back into thought or whatever, sometimes tapping into those feelings can bring it up fresh. So I commend both of y'all for being able to get through that without no real tear shed and having to pause to get tissues and shit
Yeah.
because that shit was hard.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough show to get through, but we made it through it, and hopefully we was able to reach, a woman that maybe needs some type of assistance or maybe change someone's feelings about domestic violence relationships or just, education in general, because a lot of people aren't very, aware of the signs to look for. So, hopefully we reached some people with that episode. So if you didn't listen, go back and take a listen to that episode. But yeah, so we're back this week. What's on the agenda for today's topics?
Well, a lot has been happening, and in our country or whatever with the coming election, and one of the pillars of activism in our community has been under fire. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ice Cube, he had drafted a couple months ago his contract with Black
Hmm.
America, and he said at the beginning that he was willing to talk to anybody that was willing to take it seriously and was able to enact any of the things that he was outlining. And it's like a 24-page proposal. It's not something that just got a bunch of bullet points on it with a flashy background and some cute writing to it. Like it's detailed.
Hmm.
It's a detailed plan about getting us financial wealth and long-term wealth, where we can create
Hmm.
generational wealth for our people, like land ownership, home ownership, small business ownership, things like that, that can eventually become things that will empower us in the future. And as it is, this is an election cycle, so he
Hmm.
reached out to both parties. From what I understand, the Democratic
Nope, both
Party,
parties reached out to him.
both parties reached out to him. Okay,
Hmm.
so one of them told him that they would talk to him after the election, and the other one would gave him a meeting, which was the Republicans, or whatever. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so his people met with them, and he had a brief sit down with people in the administration, not Trump himself. And after that, they kind of ran with it. Like it was, we got Trump. I mean, we got Q. He's working with us, and this, that, and the third. So, a lot of people put him on, put him on fire, put him on blast because it's like, why would you do that? This close to an election, knowing that they're gonna prop you up there for for whatever it is that they can get up out of it.
Hmm.
And what I'll be curious to see what you think about the whole thing. Like, do you think he shouldn't have met with anybody until after the election, or do you think it was pertinent that he talked to somebody now about what it was that he was proposing?
I think this was the perfect time to do it. Why not? Like, why would this not be a good time during election time? Because the thing is, he he was willing to sit down with both parties.
Mm.
They reached out to him about the contract. So he basically he said that or reconfirmed that on that CNN interview. If anybody was able to check that out on YouTube or on CNN. So you know, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if you're willing to sit down with me and listen to what I'm proposing, then hell yeah, let's meet. Like, this is the best time to do it because now we have not only Trump administration, but now we have Biden too. So it's like, okay, if you're willing to listen, let's do it. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I'm under the same mind too. Like, who the fuck else was he supposed to talk to? Like, if these the people that's in power for whatever, for good or bad, if they just so happen to win, if if he don't have a rapport with them, or they don't have any kind of idea of what it is that he's looking for, or what it is that we looking for as a people, then how are they supposed to change anything? Like, regardless of who's there, like, somebody's gonna have to do something.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he delivered the message. He put it out there. So I still didn't see why he was catching so much flack online.
I didn't
Like,
either. I didn't either.
people was killing him online, and I'm like, let me dig a little deeper. Let me see what else I can find out. But it's like I didn't see what the issue was, and I still don't get what the issue is.
Yeah, me either. Me either. I think that it's a lot of people that want to be, like, almost want to be considered as leaders, or considered as the go-tos in the community for any kind of policy enactment or ideas, when he crafted this plan with people that knew more than him. So he wasn't the smartest person in the room when they came up with this. So the idea that he knew that he would need to have people in finance and political science and just a general, he needed people smarter than him to help him come up with this thing, and he didn't have a problem doing it. Like, nobody has looked at the plan and said that it was bad, or that he didn't, like, they came up with some bullshit. Like, from what I was able to get from the plan, I didn't see anything that was potentially detrimental or completely one-sided in this view of things. It all kind of boils down to just wanting to have equal access to opportunities that people that are not Black don't have.
Right. Yeah, I totally dig that. But what really pisses me off though is that, in watching that interview, they intro him as, oh, he's the NWA fuck the police rapper. Wait, what?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and he was quick too. He was like, man, your intro was misleading. he told him in the gate, he was like, man, your intro was misleading. Like,
Oh, he
first of
wasn't
all,
playing no
yeah,
games on that
like,
interview.
and
None.
I actually fuck with Chris Cuomo. You know what I'm saying? I think as far as the people on CNN, I kind of draw with him a little bit more than I draw with Anderson Cooper, because I knew Anderson Cooper as an investigative journalist. So to see him in the light of uh, not investigating shit and kind of just regurgitating what's been going on throughout the day, it's kind of off-putting. That don't mean that I have a negative view of him. I mean, I would rather listen to him than anybody on Fox. But at the same time, CNN does the same shit that everybody else do. I mean, CNN does the same thing for Fox. It's just that they do it for the liberals, and Fox do it for the conservatives. But Chris Cuomo, with his brother being the governor of New York, and him being super critical of what his brother does, and doing the shit on national television, like that kind of hold a little something for me, because it's like, man, if he talking to his brother like this, and his brother is the governor of the state that he live in, he don't give a fuck about talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't gonna try to sugarcoat the shit for your family, you ain't gonna do it for no motherfucking body.
Right.
So I fuck
Hell
with him
no.
on that end. But when Q checked him, he took his motherfucking check though. He took his check and they moved the fuck on. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, okay, so let's just answer all of these questions that people been wondering. You know what I'm saying? Let's just
Just
get
take
to
it
it.
to the chin and keep
Yeah.
moving.
Let's just get to it. And Cube got to it. You know what I'm saying? Cube got right to it. He was like, man, I didn't endorse nobody, man. I talked to some motherfuckers about the shit. Hey, the other people wasn't available. They wanted to wait till after the election. I talked to them now. Like, I've been said that I was going to talk to whoever the fuck wanted to talk. I've been
Right.
said that. So I don't understand what the fuck the hubbub is about. And especially if I didn't say that I said it. And I think at the end of the day, like his reputation should be given the benefit of the doubt before anything. Like he's never presented himself as somebody that was in it for the money or was in it to,
Right. True.
you know what I'm saying, to boost himself. Like nobody that is interested in self-preservation will make a song in the 80s called Fuck the Police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no motherfucking sense. Like
Yeah.
if he was all about the dollar, he'd have been about that shit a long time, way before now. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have
Hmm.
our best interests in heart, he'd have been about that shit a long time ago. And I just don't think that was the case.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like I feel like he had very good intent. I don't see what all the gripe and the moaning and groaning, but it's like of course we gonna find something to complain about, you know? But it's like, you know, who else was out there willing and ready to have that conversation? Who
Right.
else was putting it out there? You know what I'm saying? What leader in our community stepped forward to have that conversation with any type of political figure or person in power? Nobody.
Right.
So
And just the nature of this country, man, people listen to celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
When you put a famous face in front of something, I mean that's why Donald Trump won the fucking election. Like it was a popularity contest. Everybody knew him. They liked him from TV, so they voted for him. Like he was saying some shit that nobody had said before in the fashion that nobody had said it before. And they went with
hmm
it. Like it's a popularity contest. Whoever is hot right now, that's who the fuck is gonna be president. Like it's as weird as that may sound, man, it's the fucking truth. Ronald Reagan went from being an actor to the governor of California to being the president of the United States. Like it's a popularity contest. That's why they used
hmm
to vote in war heroes. You know what I'm saying? When generals was in the war, and then hey man, you should run for president. You know what? I should. Like I'm popular. I'll fucking win. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
motherfuckers voted for presidents. Like it used to mean something to have a military record as president. It used to mean something. It don't mean shit no
It
more.
don't
You
mean a
know what I'm
damn
saying?
thing
But
now.
you know what I'm saying? It don't mean shit no more, but it used to mean something. So it's a popularity contest. And at the end of the day, you gotta hedge your bets. You know what I'm saying? Like if this man is willing to talk, okay. You know what I'm saying? I can't just say fuck you because of the shit that you've been doing. I need to talk to you about what should be happening going forward. And
hmm
I just think that's what he was doing, and not enough people are seeing it that way. Not enough
Yeah.
people are seeing it that way.
No, not at all. Not at all. But, you know, I can't wait to see where this goes from here. You know, so hopefully there'll be, you know, more information in the future on this one. So I'll be looking to hear something back.
Yeah, and it should happen relatively quickly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is gonna come should be coming down the pipeline pretty quick.
Yeah,
Um,
because now I'm feeling that, you know, the people from the Biden administration or his side, you should be stepping forward too. You know, because
yeah,
why would you want to go into this election now and saying, oh, okay, well, you know, Trump's people was willing to meet with him, so why wasn't my people?
right. And you would think that they would be more receptive to meeting with somebody
Hmm.
to garner votes. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. It was like, oh, we need to get some black votes, so let's bring Cube in. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring him in, see what he's talking about. If anything, we could say that we met with him, and it's a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
good look.
especially when you got Kamala,
Yeah,
Kamala Harris.
like I
Like
don't.
y'all should definitely be. That would be a good play. That would definitely
You
be a good play.
you would definitely think that, but this ain't been a country of thinking motherfuckers in a long ass time. So
That part.
shit. Speaking of dumb motherfuckers, did you get a chance to watch that Tory Lanez video?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So Tory Lanez released this video, and I was just so fucking confused because how many months has it been since this accident or incident with Meg?
Man, it's
Like
been long enough for this motherfucker to come up with a better story than what the fuck it was that he presented.
this
Shit,
has to be at least
man,
like 2 months ago, and now
yeah,
you're
I think
just
it
coming
happened.
out with this video.
Man, this is October. I think all of this happened toward the end of July, beginning of August, something like that.
Hmm.
But it took them a month and a half for them to even pursue charges on the shit. So with all of that being said, she said that you shot her, right? She got on her live and she said this nigga shot me in those words. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
Hmm.
direct quote. You know what I'm saying? So when you go on, you would think like you would say what the fuck happened. Like you wouldn't leave out like you wouldn't make this a it's like I don't know. It sounded like he was trying to make it a character testimony or some shit, like trying to prove that he ain't as bad as what it is that he's saying. But that don't really fucking matter. Like, did you do this shit or not? Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
say anything, like say whether you did it or not, and say who the fuck did it. Like if because somebody did it. Like we know a
Yeah.
motherfucking gun got fired and we know she got shot. So if you're not gonna give no details about that shit, why the fuck is you talking?
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like, dude, it was two people, two other people besides him and Megan in that truck with them. So it's like, if it was two other people and two people to say, hey, this is what I saw, this is what happened, then what the fuck are you talking about?
Man, like, and that was my whole thing. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to it because I was listening to it first and then I actually watched it. Because at first I heard about it on the Breakfast Club. So when I heard about it on the Breakfast Club, I was like, okay, well let me just find this shit. And this motherfucker is just sitting there saying a bunch of nothing, like
And
20,
I don't
30
know,
minutes.
like, you would think that at this point, maybe his legal team should be advising him to shut the fuck up about it. You know what I'm saying?
And that part too, you know what I'm saying? Especially like I know that if you got an ongoing investigation, it's best for you to not talk about it. So any kind of details that you want to provide, it's best that you keep to yourself.
Yeah,
But
because this same video could be as
you,
evidence in court.
yeah, right.
So if you change up what you're saying now versus this video that you just put on the World Wide Web, you know, you making yourself look stupid. You putting yourself in a
He
bad position.
but he Canadian. You know what I'm saying? Like them dudes might be different. Maybe they laws is that they still wear them wigs up there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they
Wait,
laws different. Yeah, what?
what wigs?
Them white wigs that they wear over there in Great Britain. That's a colony of Great Britain. They still under the Queen and shit.
I didn't know they were still wearing wigs though. Okay.
Hell yeah, they still wearing wigs and shit. The Queen's still on their money.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, they
Learn
still wear.
something new every day.
Yeah, I don't know what them wigs is called, but they wear them motherfuckers to court. You know what I'm saying? The judges be
Them
wearing them
white
up.
wigs, them old white wigs.
Yeah, the judges and the lawyers, they still be wearing the motherfuckers in the black robes and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they still dress like that. So maybe that
Oh
maybe
shit.
maybe his interpretation of what the law is different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe up there it's okay to talk about shit that's going on when you facing 8 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's okay up there. I don't know that shit to be true down here. Matter of fact, I know it ain't true down here. So, but this is the same country. This is the same country where Derek Chauvin lives, and he was granted a fucking bail after killing the motherfucker on camera. So, like all,
Yeah.
all of the shit, you know what I'm saying, that we can think about as far as that don't sound right. Man, this a year of maybe it do shit, cause and man, ain't
Yeah.
no telling, cause these motherfuckers is crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, dude was just talking in circles and he wasn't making no sense. And if there was ever a time that you needed to shut the fuck up, this would have been that time.
Yeah,
So
you
I
talk.
think that he'll probably pay for that, later on as that case progresses and we'll see some stupid shit happening. But it's like,
Oh,
dude, I didn't
oh,
know he was that little compared to her.
that motherfucker is tiny.
like
Like that motherfucker is tiny. I had no idea of what his stature was either because I had just pretty much seen him from the chest up, and
Mm-hmm.
um I watched that Jack Harlow video for was popping, and he was standing next to Lil Wayne and looked small. Now when you stand next to
And Lil
Lil
Wayne is
Wayne,
little. Yeah.
man, when you next to Lil Wayne and you look small, nigga, you's a small motherfucker.
Little micro mini nigga.
Man, Joe, you's a small motherfucker. So like, and then to see, and then to juxtapose that, somebody told me that and Megan, Lizzo and Megan Thee Stallion the same height. To juxtapose that,
Okay.
I saw Lizzo today on my next guest needs no further introduction with Dave Letterman on Netflix. He interviewed her today. Dave Letterman
Mm-hmm.
like 6'3", 6'4", and and Lizzo was like damn near out of eye with this motherfucker. Granted, she had on heels, but you got to be a tall motherfucker to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
So if Megan and Lizzo the same fucking height, and your little ass, yeah, you probably did. Like I'm just saying, you probably did, and you probably wanted to make sure she wasn't gonna be able to run back and choke your motherfucking ass, so you shot her in the foot. This little motherfucker, like it's something just don't sit right. Like when I was looking at his little beady
Mm-hmm.
eyes and video and shit, I'm like, okay, so get to what happened. You know what I'm saying? Start talking about what happened. If you ain't gonna talk about what happened, get the fuck off
Yeah. He
live.
he didn't really say. He was just talking in circles. He was talking around it.
Talking loud
So,
and ain't saying nothing.
yeah, he was trying to talk about the shit that she was saying in her live and how it didn't add up to what actually happened, but you didn't say what actually happened. So,
It's hard to say when the big bitch beat your ass. Man, it's hard to put that into words. It's hard to put that into words, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, man. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like that's just kind of how it's turning out to feel like. It just feel
that's what
like,
it's feeling like to me. Like,
you know what I'm saying. You was
they
you
said
was afraid of you was scared for your life.
there was an argument that happened in the car. So I think that what I feel what happened is that, she was in your ass because obviously she didn't feel intimidated by you any. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a little nigga, I'm looking down at you, hey, hey, I don't feel intimidated by you. So, she was digging in that ass, and I guess the only way to get her up off of him, you pulled out the stick. And it's like, was that called for? Was that really necessary?
Man, that nigga
Like,
felt his life was in danger. Ain't no telling what ain't no telling what he thought was necessary. Ain't no telling what he felt he needed to do in order to get up out that jam. I just don't think the way that it sound, it just don't sound good for him. And he had an
mhm,
opportunity today to say what happened and leave it up to the court of opinion. And actually he had that opportunity when she said what it was that she said instead of waiting until he had criminal charges filed against him to actually start thinking about it. So he had a chance to clear up his name and to make a statement for himself weeks ago, and he didn't do it.
mhm.
So now making a video is it's just stupid. And they was
Yeah.
of course they talked about him releasing that album on Breonna Taylor. I think that was her birthday, and he said, "Well, that's my mom's birthday and the day that she died too, so it wasn't because of that." And none of that shit mattered after that. Like
Mhm.
when you hadn't said anything to anybody about nothing, and the only thing that anybody want to talk to you about is about that something, then you need to start talking about it. Like the idea that you can just sit here and give innuendo and just say, I didn't say that. I'm not that person. I would never.
Mhm.
I would never do. You sound like OJ, my nigga. Like that's who you sound like. You sound like OJ.
Oh my gosh.
If I would have
Yeah.
did it, this is how. Like, come on, bro. You see, he sounded like OJ to me. Like,
Yeah,
and
you sounding real guilty right now. Like, bro, just go sit down somewhere and shut the fuck up.
man, he should have just sat his little ass down in the corner some motherfucking way.
Exactly. But man, bro. Okay, so the shit that done had me when was this released yesterday? Man, this Busta calling out T.I., man.
Oh man,
For the
my
versus
soul,
battle.
my soul needed that. Like my
Like when
soul
I
needed
saw
that.
that video on IG with Busta and Fat Joe, that shit got me hella hype. I'm like, oh yes. Like, man, this motherfucker gonna be live. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And one
and
thing that I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that one thing that I can say is that I think I had Busta on one of my top five, on one of the top five shows we did, but his energy is just amazing. Like, if you don't get the fuck up out your seat when you hear a Busta song come on, like, that's just it. So it's like T.I. I like T.I. too. It's just his vibe is totally different. Like, he has a more chill and laid back vibe. Like Busta, like, it's pure raw energy. You know what I'm
But
saying?
styles make fights. Styles make fights. Like anytime that you just seen a good boxing match, they wasn't fighting the same. Like when you think of Ali and Frazier, that was a good fight because they had two completely different styles. And
Mm-hmm.
when when Ti first went to 50, and he was like, man, my catalog go up against his catalog, and he was getting all of that flack back because they was like, well, I don't really think that you can like go hit for hit with him. And the thing was, he would have won that battle. Like if you would have
Absolutely.
if Ti would have brought 20 and 50 would have brought 20 just from the albums that they've released publicly, not mixtapes and none of that shit. Just from the albums that they've released publicly, 50 gonna have a sharp fall off after them first two albums. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just what it is. Like he gonna have a sharp fall off after them first two albums. And Tipton had a nice run. Plus, he's way more lyrical than 50. Way more
Mm-hmm.
lyrical than 50. So he
Yes.
he he the one that shit easy. Like he the one that battle easy. However, when the guard came and said, like, I'm begging you to come out here, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bust
get in the
your
ring with
ass.
me. Get in the
What?
ring with me. I'ma bust your shit up. I'm like,
I'm like,
yes.
man, I'm gonna bust your ass. Like as soon as you come in here, I want you to come, man, so I can bust your ass. Like I'm gonna bust your ass, and we gonna do it with. He said, man, we gonna do it with love, man. It's gonna be a celebration, but I'm gonna bust your ass. Then the next
Mm-hmm.
morning, like I see this, I'm waiting. I'm like, man, I know Tip gonna take this shit. Like this way he been looking for. He been
I
looking for
was
somebody
wanting him to.
established.
Oh my
He was looking
God.
for somebody established and somebody from New York, somebody that had hits and somebody that was from New York because he wanted to get him the type of respect that New York MCs was getting. And
And there it is.
ain't an MC from New York that don't get enough that don't get as much respect as Busta.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you'd have to you'd have to start talking about Jay-Z, Nas, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. If you're talking about as far as just like respect for the impact that they've had on the culture and they skill level, just
Mm-hmm.
skill level, like you'd be hard pressed to find somebody with more respect than Buster. This is perfect, bro. I know you taking this. Let's go. Like this is good, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is woo. Like you got you with the you know what I'm saying with the laid back flow. You got Buster with the energy. Boy, this is finna be hot. Like both of y'all
And
got
Busta
bangers.
is like one of the fastest fucking rappers alive. Like,
Yeah, but he
you
he
gotta
hit you with
think
the
like,
slow shit. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you.
oh, that used to
You
be
know
the
what?
shit.
Like, man, I'm telling you, like, man, that let's go. Let's go. Like that
You
that
know what
that
I'm
would have been
listening
it.
to before bed.
Man, that's it right there. Like, let's go. Like he got his with Janet and Mariah. Like, let's go. Like, let's go. We
Mm-hmm.
could do this. We could do this. And he get on there this morning and say, man, I ain't know this was digging in the crates and like
Yo,
he just straight called him old. Like that was pretty much what he did. Like, man, you
okay,
need to
but you
battle
know I
somebody
had
like
to
LL Cool
Google
J.
that shit. I had to Google that shit though, because it's like, okay, Tip, you 40. Busta is 8 years older than you. So 48, like, it's not that big of a fucking age difference. So for him
It's
to
not
come back and say, okay, you should maybe be reaching out to LL Cool J, or you should be reaching out to Method Man, somebody that's in your age range. This don't have shit to do with age.
at
Talking about
all.
some, oh, that wouldn't look good if we put Monica up against Dionne Warwick. Dude, shut the fuck up. You scared.
Right. That
You
was
scared.
right. That
Bro,
was
you
see,
scared.
and that's what it was. Like that's what hit me. I'm like, hold on, man. You trying to low key call him old. Now when you start looking at when you start doing the math on the shit, Busta first debut solo album. I'm just talking about solo albums. Like his first
Mm-hmm.
solo album came out in 96. Tip first solo album came out in '01.
Mm-hmm.
When when you look at the battles that have happened so far, let's say Snoop and DMX, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that Snoop had been out before DMX. Snoop first album came out in '94. DMX first album came out in '98.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Like 4 or 5 years, that's not a generation. You know what I'm saying? That's not a generation, bro. Like
No, it's
y'all
not.
came out roughly around the same time. You know what I'm saying? The debut albums weren't that far removed apart. And plus y'all been on songs together. You can come in there. Like, no, you can come in there. It'd be different if this was somebody like he was saying, like if it was Lil Baby or something like that, and they was like, yeah, let's, you know what I'm saying, like, that's generational. Like your debut album from Busta debut album is 5 years apart. Like y'all can go. Like y'all
Yeah,
can go. Like y'all can go. And then the thing
y'all can
is
go.
that
Y'all can
Busta,
have some rounds.
right, and Busta's still relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Busta's still relevant. Busta's still putting out bangers. Busta's still jumping on people's shit and fucking it up. Like I think
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like you just don't want that smoke. Like
you don't. He
that's
don't
got
want
to
it.
be what it is. That's got
He
to be
don't
what
want
it
to
is.
see Bus. He don't want to see Bus. Like, when I saw his comeback video, like his response, I'm like, this nigga scared. Like, I was just getting scary ass vibes throughout the whole fucking video.
Man, it
So
was
it's like, just say that. Don't try and make it about an age thing or a
man.
generational thing, because
Like
it ain't that, bro.
he
You know,
sure
he
did
talking
though. I
about some. He gonna say, oh, I might as well reach out to Melly Mel. Like, really?
yeah, like that. Like man, come on, man. That's he's like, man. Busta was on some shit. He was on What's the Scenario, man. Shit, I love that song, but shit, I was trying to figure out how to flip keys and shit back then. I ain't know nothing about nothing. Hey, listen, man, y'all albums came out 5 years apart. That's it. It wasn't like it was
He just
15
trying
years
it.
apart.
He trying it.
But
He
at the same
trying it.
time, he didn't he try to battle Jay?
I don't remember.
Like I could have swore he was like, man, they was like, man, why you ain't coming to Jay or whatever? And he was saying, well, Jay was too long or whatever. But like, man, Buster would have been a great man. Buster would have been able to prove, would have allowed for T.I. to prove to everybody who the fuck it was that he was. Like comparing yourself to
Mm-hmm.
somebody in your town that came out like right around the same time as you, when your whole argument is that nobody respects Atlanta or nobody respects the South, and you had wanted to go reach for somebody from up top that you could talk with. Like the whole idea is from him, you know what I'm saying? In my thought, it was like, okay, I'm gonna go get somebody from New York that got some motherfucking hits that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
put my shit up with, and that's just gonna be what it is. Like he should have took that. He should have
Oh
took that.
yeah. I got
Like,
so excited. Like, literally, I was just super excited for that one. And then of course Fat Joe in the video, he hyping it up. Like, he the hype
man,
man
he
on
going
shit.
crazy. Like he going crazy. You would think this dude was like 16. Like he going crazy. Like every
He
time like
instigating
somebody
it.
he go, oh my God, oh my God. Are you serious? This is a Jopra exclusive. Like he was going crazy. So like he was definitely like on the team of, man, that shit would be awesome. Like, and just everybody was like, the only
Yeah.
person that couldn't see it was one of the niggas that needed to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like Tip should have took that fucking battle, man. He
Oh,
should have took
scare
that battle.
ass.
At least he responded, but to call him old, man, I think not only was that low, Like
That was
it just
petty as
wasn't called
hell.
for. Yeah, it just
It
wasn't
was
called for.
petty, and you was just scared. Just say that. And it's like the people that you want to go up against, is somebody that you can clearly win against. Like that ain't no real competition, bro. Like bust, but like he said, he gonna bust your ass, and he meant
Yeah,
that. He said that
yeah.
with his chest.
Because he definitely got 20. Now, and it don't matter where them 20 come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care when you want to get them 20, because if even if you just want to say, like, people didn't really jump on Busta until When Disaster Strikes, and he put out that when he started making those club bangers, and it was just like it was just bangers, and he just started killing shit like right around
Hmm.
98. Even if you just want to start from there and go forward, like Busta got a good 50. Like
Oh, absolutely. His
just
catalog is
man,
ridiculous. And
man,
not to mention like the features, like just the features that he's been on alone is, what I'm saying? That's a whole catalog in itself.
man,
Like Buster just get on your shit and just make that shit hot. Like I don't give a
this
fuck what
man,
nobody say.
this man had this man had a verse go viral.
Hmm.
Like to a point where motherfuckers was doing challenges, and that was like the first. He was like the first person, or the first thing. That was like the first thing I had ever known or heard of that became a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
people was like, "Oh, you got to do that Buster challenge." What the fuck is a challenge? What you talking about? It was like, "No, you got to say this shit word for word and shit, and see if you can do it without fucking up." Like, what? For real? Yeah, and he gonna give a motherfucker $100,000 if they could do it right. What? For real? Like, yeah, man, they doing this. They out here doing this shit for real. You got white girls on that motherfucker going nuts.
Wow.
You got white girls on that motherfucker going nuts saying that shit. Like, man, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. I still think he should have took that fucking battle though. He should have took that
Oh
battle.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I hope Bus respond to it. Like I'm hoping to get up tomorrow and see a response video to that shit because he needs to be
I hope to
called
see it
out
tonight.
again.
Yeah, I hope to see it tonight. Like, I hope you say something to him tonight. Like, because it's almost disrespectful to dismiss somebody because of age, man. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just say a motherfucker, man, you too old, man. You've been around
The
too
fuck?
long. Like, what the fuck? What is you talking about? It's music. Music's supposed to be timeless. Now I can
Like
understand, like,
he disqualified based on his age. Like what the fuck?
right, and this hip hop. This ain't R&B. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is hip hop, man. So, like, I can get if you say, okay, well, I wouldn't want to compare Beyonce to to Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? That's two different generations. You know what I'm saying? Mariah was heavy in the late '80s, early '90s and shit, and that's when she
Hmm.
started. You know, you could say Beyonce didn't start till the late '90s. You know what I'm saying? Late '90s, early 2000s. You can have that argument. That's a generation. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a whole baby in fifth grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see that, but. But, like, man, from eighth grade year to senior year, come on, man. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Like,
no.
you could take that. Because I'm sure that DMX and Snoop ain't the same age. I think DMX
No.
way older than Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the I just didn't like that shit, man. I'd have thought that he'd have just if he I'd have thought that he would have said no, just out of respect for either their relationship, or he just didn't think that it would be a good matchup because their styles were so different. Like, if he would have just said something like that,
Yeah,
I
say
could have
that.
respected
Like
that.
say that. I would,
I could,
yeah.
but to just say, man, you old, you know what
You
I'm
too
saying? Like,
old.
what?
You not in my age range. Like the fuck?
Man, that I
Mm-mm.
don't know.
No. No, that's what scary niggas do.
It is what it is, I guess, man. It's just it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man. The motherfucker had to whimper away like that, man. That shit is unfortunate.
It is. It is. But we'll see where this ends up tomorrow because I definitely think Buster is gonna say some shit. You
Yeah, I
can't
do
just
too.
come for Bus like that. You can't come for him like that and think he ain't gonna say nothing. So I don't think this is over.
Oh, and especially since like, I don't know if you remember a while back, when they had first started doing the BET ciphers,
Mm-hmm.
and they put Busta and Luda in the same cipher.
Ooh, you digging in the crates with that one. I don't know if
Man,
I remember that one.
they put Busta and Luda in the same cipher, and of course Busta went last. You know what I'm saying? But no, Luda went last. Luda actually went last. But Busta was killing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Luda didn't like say like, no, you got to put me with somebody, you know, younger or anything like that. Like he got in that fucking cipher and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And Luda and you like y'all like right around man. Man, I just didn't. I don't dig it, man. I don't dig it. I just think he could have came a little bit. He could have came harder than that, than to just say that the motherfucker was old, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, we shall see.
We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. What you
All right, so
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say what we got next. What's on the menu next?
Um, I wanted to well, you know, we got the six law of power, but I wanted to ask you about I wanted to ask you something about something nonsensical, something funny or whatever. But it it's something I saw today that kind of fucked with me. So I need
What's
to know
that?
what you think about it. Okay.
Hit me, hit me.
So do you mix and match the brands that you wear?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just be clear about this. If you had an Adidas tracksuit, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You got an Adidas tracksuit, right? You
Mm-hmm.
gonna put on some Air Max?
I mean, I guess I just don't really care like that.
Oh my
So
God.
no, I mean, okay.
Oh my God.
Let me
What is
clean that up.
wrong with you?
Let me clean that up. I've pulled a Gucci out the Louis before. I pulled a.
Gee,
I'm just saying,
I'm talking about
it's
Nike.
happened.
I'm talking about if you got on a Adidas
But if
tracksuit.
you okay, but when you're talking about coordinating an outfit like that, then yeah, I'm gonna go all the way with it. If I started out with this one brand, then let me just do the whole you did.
Okay, because I'm not feeling this like you got all of these big ass different logos and shit. Like if you got a big ass Adidas shirt on and you got on some pants with a big ass Adidas logo, why would you put on a big some Nikes with a big ass Nike sign on it? I don't understand that shit. Like that's
Yeah.
corny to
No,
me.
if I'm gonna do it, let me do it all the way. Like let me go all the way. You know, like we from Chicago, we big on coordinating. You know what I'm
Oh, you
saying?
can't. Oh, you can't. I see. That's what I thought. I thought that you know what I'm saying. Like that's just something that was universal. Oh no 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 no
No,
no no no.
it's definitely not. It's not a universal thing.
I
So
had man. I saw people talking about man. If I bought it, I wear it. Like oh, like man. Like come on, bro. Like it's got to be a line drawn somewhere. I don't care. Like if like you just if you got on some clothes and you know what I'm saying. Like you got on a pair of jeans and a shirt. Can't nobody see these logos. Like so what? You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter. But if you got on things that are showing logos, you got to keep that shit uniform, B. Like you can't
yeah.
just be you can't just be an advertisement for all these different brands and shit, man. Pick one and stick with it. Like I don't get that.
Yeah, no, you know, when I was saying mismatching, I was saying it as a in a sense of okay, my purse may not be the same brand as my shoes or something like that.
Nah,
But
B, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about you
no,
got
I
on
was
the
just
Nike.
telling you where I was coming from with it.
Man, I'm talking about you got on the Adidas, you got on the Adidas stripes, and then you got on some Air Max, or you got on some Air Force Ones or some cool fast shit like that. Like, I understand that. I understand that. I never will. I
No.
don't participate in those shenanigans, and I just needed to get that. I needed to get that roll out because I ain't understand that shit. I ain't understand that shit. That shit looked bad corny to me. Like that just
Yeah.
looked mad corny to
Yeah.
me.
No, you gotta coordinate your shit a little bit better. Like I don't wanna see all those different logos. Like I'm pretty sure if Adidas made the tracksuit, they made the matching shoes to go with it and the matching socks to go with it and the matching shirt to go with it. Like same color, same
And the
shade,
same,
all
and
that.
then it's in the same section. Like man, you go to Dick's, you know what I'm saying? You go to Dick's, they got a whole Nike section, then they got a whole Adidas section, then they got a whole Under Armour section. Like you can pick all that shit up right there. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like
You ain't gotta think about it. You see the all the
it's all right
coordinating
there, man.
colors.
You
Like
doing
it's
too
all
much.
right there. You
Like
just pick it up,
you
put it in the
doing too
bag.
much putting all of this shit together like that, man. You doing too much. Oh, mm.
Somebody done pissed you off.
Man, it's not even being pissed off. It was just like, man, y'all 40 years old, man, walking around. That's why they be calling us old and shit. You know what I'm saying? When the kids see us or whatever, and they're like, man, what is you doing? Like, why? What is up? Then I bought it. Shit, I wear this shit however I want to wear it. I bought it. Shit,
That
get
sound
you
like
some
some old
money.
nigga shit.
You get you some money. You buy your shit and you wear your shit how you want to wear your shit. I'm gonna wear
Young
mine.
blood.
You don't get. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the next. That's the next phrase. That's the next phrase. Younger. Man, these young bloods, you know, y'all focused on the wrong shit, man. You focused on Nike and Adidas and all this other type of shit. Meanwhile, my motherfucker, no, man, we not even talking about where you at in life. I really don't care about that. I need to know why the fuck you decided to pick this shirt up over here, walk all the way over to the other side of the store, pick them pants up, and then walk all the way over there and then pick them shoes up. When you could have bought all three of them motherfuckers right here. That's what I want to know. Like when you get done with all that goof ass shit, talking about your house and your cars and shit, you don't buy four different tires. You buy all four tires at the same place. And they look the same. I don't understand why the fuck. I don't understand why the fuck, man. I don't understand why the fuck. But hey, I guess that's some no win shit. I guess, man. That must just be what it is. That must be some no
I
win
don't
shit.
know. I don't know. I would
I
like
ain't
to
gonna.
know the person that you saw. Where was they from? Like what
Oh, they was
city?
from Chicago. Oh, they was from Chicago, and they
Oh,
and this is some people we know and love, man. These people we know and love, man.
oh shit.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is public information. Like I said, man, I saw it on Facebook, so this is public information.
Oh, do I need to go scrolling? Like, is this from today? Like,
Yeah, this is from today. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this is from today. You can see this at any given time you want to.
oh
You
shit.
and you know and love these people. You know what I'm saying? You know and love these people. These motherfuckers over here nutty. Like talking about if I bought it, I'm wearing it. Like, bro, if you man, there's a man. Okay, but
Yeah.
I guess
Get
that
up
goes
off
to
that.
man. Yeah, man. I just had to man. I had to get that little humor out real quick, man. That motherfucker talking about man, shit. If I bought it, I'm wearing it. Like, man, you sound like them fat girls that be wearing them biker pants and shit. Talking about man, it's in my size.
Them leggings. Shit.
No, I'm talking about them biker pants, man. You know
Oh,
the
not the
ones that
biker
got
shorts.
oh man, the ones with the seams and shit that go like up the back of the leg and across the ass and shit.
Oh
They like
Lord.
made for biking, like these biker pants, like they made for biking. So the seams are in places where you would sit down and they don't fuck with you and shit. So you got this big, I'm talking about this thick ass seam going up the back of your leg all the way across your ass and then back the other leg and shit. You ain't seen these big girls wearing that shit. Like I like girls, but this ain't some shit that they should be wearing at all.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
all.
So absolutely not. But yeah, and I heard you call somebody goofy. Like we just discussed that.
Oh yeah, did not.
Yeah,
Didn't.
like goofy. Like if you're not from Chicago, you have to know and understand that when you call a motherfucker goofy, like that's the ultimate disrespect. Like you can't say, man, this motherfucker goofy as hell. This
What?
goofy ass motherfucker.
Man, them is
goof
fighting
ass bitch.
words.
Like,
Yeah, man.
be
So
prepared to fight.
and then like you don't even finish the words, just yo goof ass. Like man, if you don't get your goof ass on, motherfucker, man, like that, man, that is some of the hard. That's you might as well call a motherfucker a bitch. Say you fuck their mama
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. May as well. May as well. Yeah, but that's a straight up Chicago thing. Like, we was just discussing, a Chicago word versus a Florida word, and the
Yeah.
word for here was "PUSSAHOE." Oh, puss ass nigga, puss ass hoe, pussy hoe.
And I read that shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, because I had never heard it before. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? So I was like, PUSSAHOE, like, what the fuck is that? Like, man, how you call a motherfucker that?
My boy texted me talking about some. I need some clarification on what this means.
I had to. Like, look, man, I hadn't heard that shit before. And the motherfuckers just talking about PUSSAHOE, like, just PUSSAHOE. I had never heard that shit before. I didn't know if that was pussy asshole. Like motherfuckers just saying pussy asshole real fast.
You
But
being
you
too
just said nope,
technical with
it's
it.
just pussy hoe. Pussy hoe. Like what the fuck? Man, that was hard. That was hard.
I'm
No, it's all right. Like I'm just it was hard as hell. Like I'm just saying, like pussy hoe, like who the fuck thought of that? Like I could see Goofy, like you just see like man, that was goofy as hell. Like why would you do some goofy shit? Like I could see that, but pussy
It's a
hoe.
Florida thing. It's a Florida thing.
PUSSAHOE, PUSSAHOE, like wow.
Yeah, you
Okay,
gotta like drop the Y and replace that with an A. So you gotta say it real low and say it with your chest.
PUSSAHOE.
It's
Oh my God, you gotta be using the shit in the sentence like we in a spelling bee. What the
yeah.
fuck is going on, man? Oh my God.
Oh
Oh my
goodness, my
God.
head hurts. Okay, I'm
Man,
gonna
I'm
stop
starting.
being goofy. I'm not
Man, I'm
gonna be
starting.
goofy no more.
You ever laugh so hard you just start sweating and shit? She got sweat. The fuck? PUSSAHOE. Man. All right. So, all right. So, law six to get back on track, man. Law six of the 48 laws of power is court attention at all costs. So, the judgment of that is everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then or buried in oblivion.
Oh, you jumped too quick. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm getting my shit together. Bloopers. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm trying. I'm
Oh,
trying. Okay. You know I'm crazy.
that shit hit a nerve, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I got the giggles.
Oh my God.
And this weed pen been kind of good tonight too. It's yeah. Hit the spot.
Oh my God.
Okay, continue. Law six. We on the 48 laws of power. Law six.
We ain't gonna be able to do this shit. I'm gonna pause this.
I'm trying.
Nah, it's all right, man. We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together.
Okay. Do I need to mute myself? I can mute myself.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. So supposed to be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. So what this law six court attention at all costs. What the basis of this is, how they say there's no such thing as bad press. So anything that would bring attention to you is good. So you should do everything it
Mm-hmm.
is that you can to get people to look at you, to get the attention it is that you desire. And they used several examples throughout the law, mainly P.T. Barnum of Barnum and Bailey circuses or whatever,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
the different steps that he took in order to garner attention to his circus and to get people to come. Even though, yeah, I'm not gonna say like that. I would advise people to start looking for motherfuckers with two heads and shit. The idea
Right.
of getting the attraction of people is something that we all should follow, because even even when the opinions are bad, um, like, nobody can stop looking at a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Absolutely,
love.
because whether the talk was positive or negative, they still talking. So that was the main thing.
I think one of the worst things that you can fail to do is to move the needle. Like, just move the needle. Like, if you have a name or a personality that doesn't elicit some type of response from somebody, like some kind of
Mm-hmm.
visceral, like whether it's oh man, that motherfucker funny as hell, or oh fuck that PUSSAHOE. Like, if it ain't something like that, if you don't have like some kind of if you don't garner some kind of reaction from somebody, you need to do everything it is you can to do that. So I'm not saying that you should attention seek or do anything for attention, but
Mm-hmm.
you do want to stay relevant. So keeping your name on the tips of people's tongues is important, especially if you
Mm-hmm.
in business, because if word of mouth is a lot stronger than written reviews sometimes. Like, if somebody
Right.
can speak about the experience that they have with you or your product or anything like that, it goes a lot farther than just reading something online or whatever, because you have a visceral, is speech is visceral. Like, just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
talking and hearing somebody's voice is a lot more commanding than reading somebody's words. So that's what I got from it anyway. What about you?
Yeah, I pretty much took the same out of this, that you have to keep people talking. You have to keep your name on people's tongues and in people's mouths. So whether like I said, whether it's positive or negative, you have to keep people talking. So keep people attention. And I think that, once you start, like they say, fading into the crowd and and whatnot, that's not going to be a good look for you. Like, Barnum went over and beyond, you know what I'm saying, to make sure he still had people's attention. And at the end of the day, like, that name is, when you mention circus, like, that's the first name that you think of, Barnum and Bailey. Like, that's the biggest circus out, that I know of. Like, I can't tell you a name of another circus.
And that circus ran until what, 2 years ago?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I think they stopped actually having a circus maybe 2 3 years ago, and it
Mhm.
wasn't because people stopped going. It was because people stopped. It was because people kept complaining about them fucking elephants.
Yeah, the animals.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It was about animal cruelty. Yeah, it had nothing to do with people not buying tickets. Because I know every year we went to the we went to the
Yeah.
circus. You know what I'm saying? Like, got the swords or whatever with the flashlight in them and shit.
Yeah, I stopped taking my kids because I found out a few years back my daughter is scared of midgets.
You can't say visits, man. Like,
I'm
what are you?
sorry. Okay, what am I
What is
supposed to
wrong
say?
with you, man?
Short
Huh?
people,
Yes, short
little
people, little
people,
people. Yes, you can't call them. You can't
vertically
call them off.
challenged.
You can't call a motherfucker a midget, man. Like, you gotta say, man, short people. My daughter's afraid of short people. Or you can't just be calling motherfuckers midgets. Like, what is wrong with you? That don't. How did that not just sound like some shit you ain't supposed to say? Like, what? How the fuck you get this long in life? What? How the fuck? See, you can't even call the motherfuckers business, big. Like, what the? Yeah, my baby's scared of midgets and shit. What?
What? God damn it.
My God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
See, you
Oh my
got me with
God.
the giggles. I can't even discuss Law 6 no more. I'm
This
done.
ain't even me.
Like,
Like, this ain't even me. This is completely, this is going off the rails. Like, it's all right, man. It's all right. Yeah, there's gonna be a whole blooper reel in and of itself. Cause baby.
oh my gosh.
Hey, well, so what else you got going on this week?
That's it.
Hopefully staying away
Just
from little people.
oh, please let it go. Let it go.
Jesus.
Listen, I said what I said. Somebody gonna, come after me because I said the M word.
Hey, let's
It
not
was
go.
a lot worse said in this show.
Let's not let's
I
not
taught
let's
you
not
how to
get
say PUSSAHOE.
let's not get too carried away with the M word and shit. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying? But
I'm
yeah,
letting this go.
wait a minute, hold on. Now, Pussahole, that is clearly a local colloquialism. Like, how can I? Like, that's not offensive. Who is that offensive to? Only motherfuckers that would be
It's
offended by that is pussy ass hoes. You know what I'm saying? Pussy hoes.
it's
That'd be that.
somebody that's gonna be offended by it.
Man,
Just like
please.
it's people that's offended by you calling them goofy.
That's offensive. Like, come on, man. How is that not
Both of
universally
them is
recognized?
offensive. Both are.
How is
Well,
it not?
well, three offensive words have been taught in this show today.
Man, everybody know Goofy is. Man, you can't call nobody Goofy.
Everybody don't know goofy.
Man, all right. Find out the hard
Now
way.
they know. Now they know.
Find out the hard way. What you goof at. Find out the hard way.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Let's call it a night, man. You got anything else that you wanna share or promote?
No, no, not right now, no. But thank everybody for listening and tuning in and listening to our shenanigans and laughing with us. The
Uh,
tonight's show is not meant for the kids, explicit material. No.
yeah. I guess yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to put that disclaimer in the show notes. Give a stark warning for this shit, boy. I swear for check. All right,
All
well,
right.
this has been Sam and V for the Low End Theories podcast. We want to thank y'all for listening. I will include the notes for Law 6, even though we didn't get a chance to really dive into it. I will give a couple short notes on it. But until next week, man, just want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a great week.
All right. Peace.